Welcome to the deep dive. Now, if you're looking to give your social media profiles a bit of a boost, you might want to check out rapidboost.net. But today, we're really getting into something key for anyone serious about growing on Instagram in 2025. We're talking about Instagram Reels. Instagram's made it pretty clear, right? Video is where it's at, and Reels, well, they seem to be the fast lane for audience growth.
They really are. It's the main highway now, you could say.
So our mission today is basically to unpack the strategies you need for using Reels. Not just, racking up views, but actually building an engaged, loyal following. That's the goal, right?
Exactly. Views are nice, but followers who stick around, that's the real prize.
We're going to cover quite a bit why Reels are just so dominant now, techniques for making stuff that actually stops people scrolling.
The scroll-stopping stuff, yeah.
How to design Reels, specifically thinking about follower growth, why you absolutely have to look at your data.
Oh, crucial.
The power of working with others, and then, how to turn all that audience growth into actual opportunities.
It's a huge topic, and it's amazing how much Instagram has changed. From just photos to this video-first world. And Reels are definitely leading that charge. The scale of it is pretty staggering, actually.
How so?
Well, Meta's own research, their data shows over 60% of new audience discovery. It's happening through Reels now.
60%.
And maybe even more telling, creators themselves are saying something like 75% of their new followers come directly from their Reels.
Okay, so that's a huge chunk. It really feels like if you're not doing Reels strategically, you're kind of invisible now.
You're definitely fighting an uphill battle.
Yeah.
And it's not just where users are spending time, it's the algorithm too.
Ah, right, the
And
algorithm.
It clearly prefers Reels. It's built to keep people watching, and Reels are perfect for that short, engaging, often looping. So you see them pushed everywhere. Your main feed, the Explore page, popping up between stories. So the bottom line for growth, a really solid Reels strategy isn't just like a good idea. It's pretty much the fastest way to get seen and get followed on Instagram right now.
Okay, so Reels are the engine. But what fuel do we put in? What kind of content actually makes someone pause and hit follow? How do we make those scroll-stopping Reels?
That's $1 million question, isn't it?
Yeah.
The biggest hurdle is grabbing attention immediately.
Yeah.
You've got 2 seconds? Maybe less?
Yeah, the attention spans are short.
Exactly. Those first couple of seconds are absolutely make or break. Think about Tasha Jean, the fitness creator.
Okay.
Her whole strategy was starting Reels with these really compelling before and after shots, quick cuts.
Ah, I've seen things like that. Gets you curious.
Totally. And it worked wonders for her. Doubled her audience in about 3 months just by nailing that opening hook. People had to see how she did it.
That really drives home the importance of that initial impact. What else? Beyond the first 2 seconds, what techniques build that momentum?
Another really powerful thing is tapping into trends. Trending sounds, popular formats.
Right, everyone's using them.
Yeah, and there's a reason they have built-in visibility. But just copying isn't enough. You'll just blend in.
So don't just replicate.
Exactly. The smart move is to remix them. Take the trend, but put your own spin on it. Add your unique angle, your brand's personality.
Okay.
Like Green Day's, the eco brand.
Yeah.
They took that day in the life trend, which was huge, and used it to show their founders sustainable routines. Same format, but totally unique content relevant to them. They pulled in 40,000 followers in 2 weeks doing that.
Wow, 40K in 2 weeks. So be relevant, but be original within the trend. Makes sense. What about making stuff people actually want to share?
Shareability is huge for going wider organically. Think about what you share. Usually it's stuff that's funny or maybe super useful or just awe-inspiring.
Yeah, practical tips or something hilarious.
Right. So formats like quick how-tos, lists of hacks, those relatable POV reaction videos, they tend to get shared a lot. Look at Canva, for instance. They grew massively by sharing these super fast speed design reels. Quick tips, templates, stuff their audience found genuinely useful. So they saved it, shared it.
And followed for more. Those bite-sized, useful nuggets seem key. What about length, though? Should we aim for longer, more detailed reels, or keep them short and sweet?
Well, Instagram lets you go longer now, up to 3 minutes, I think.
Right.
But honestly, the data usually points to shorter being better for engagement and, crucially, for follower growth. That sweet spot seems to be around, say, 7 to 18 seconds.
Just 7 to 18 seconds. That's quick.
It is. But shorter reels get replayed more often. People are more likely to watch the whole thing.
Ah, completion rates.
Exactly. And those are strong, positive signals to the algorithm. Think of them as quick, digestible hits that make people want more from you.
Okay, right. So we've made this great, short, engaging reel. Maybe it even goes a bit viral. But how do we make sure those viewers actually convert into followers? Because virality doesn't always mean growth, does it?
No, it absolutely doesn't. That's a really key distinction. Getting views is one thing, getting followers is another. You had to actively design your reels with follower growth in mind.
How do we do that?
Well, one of the most straightforward ways is
Gotta ask.
clear calls to action, CTAs.
Just straight up ask them to follow.
Yep. You put text on screen, like follow for more tips, you can say it at the end, or use visual cues. There's a creator, Alex Hugh, who apparently got great results just by adding an arrow pointing to the follow button in the last second of his reels.
That's direct. I like it. Simple but effective. What else beyond the direct ask?
Don't sleep on your captions. Seriously.
Yeah.
They're not just for hashtags.
Right. More than just a witty comment.
Much more. They drive engagement, they give context, and they help with discovery if you use the right keywords. Start your caption with a hook, just like your video. Weave in relevant keywords naturally, like if your reel is about this topic, you might use how to grow Instagram with reels.
Okay, makes sense. Using keywords there too.
And maybe ask a question in the caption, or make a bold statement, something to get people talking in the comments.
Encouraging interaction. Got it. What about optimizing our profile itself? Anything there to help convert those real viewers?
Definitely. Use the pin feature. You can pin up to 3 reels, I believe, to the top of your profile grid.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's prime real estate. Think of those pinned reels as your highlights, your welcome mat. Put your best performing, most representative content there. It's like the front door for new visitors, gives them a reason to stick around and hit follow.
That's smart, like a mini trailer for your account. Any other reel features we should leverage?
Yeah, those interactive stickers from stories, polls, quizzes, emoji sliders. You can use them in reels now, too.
Oh, interesting. How does that help with followers?
Well, it boosts engagement, right? Gets people interacting, spending more time with your content. And more time spent, more interaction. That tells the algorithm people like your stuff. Plus, you can use polls, say, to ask your audience what they want to see more of. Makes them feel involved.
So it increases engagement signals and gives you audience feedback. Nice. Okay, so we're making good reels, we're asking for follows, optimizing the profile, but how do we know if it's actually working? This is where the data part comes in, right?
Absolutely. Data is your best friend here. You can't just throw stuff out there and hope. You need to dig into what's resonating and what's actually driving follows.
So where do we start with that? Instagram Insights.
Exactly. Master your insights, and don't just look at the vanity metrics like plays or likes. Go deeper.
Like what?
Look at shares.
Yeah.
Look at saves. Saves are a huge indicator people find value. Track follower growth per reel if you can. And average watch time is critical. These tell you what's really grabbing people and making them want more from you.
Okay, so focusing on the metrics that signal real engagement and conversion, what's next after understanding the basics?
Then you start testing. A/B testing. Systematically.
Experimenting with different things.
Yeah. Treat elements like your hook, your visual style, even the format, as variables. Try a reel with a really high energy opening versus one with a more narrative start, for example. See which one keeps people watching longer, which one brings in more followers.
Right.
There's a fashion influencer, Leela Moss, who apparently uses weekly A/B tests to constantly refine her reels. Helps her stay ahead.
That sounds really disciplined.
Yeah.
What about practical stuff like when to post? And how often? Any data on that?
There is, though it can change, obviously. But recent data, like from Sprout Social for early 2025, suggested peak engagement times are often sort of late morning to early afternoon, like 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. in your audience's local time.
Okay, lunchtime scrolling perhaps?
Could be. And consistency matters too. Aim for, say, 3 to 5 quality reels per week. It keeps your audience engaged and signals to Instagram that you're active.
And if a reel totally bombs, just delete it and pretend it never happened.
No, don't do that. Actually, those failures can be super insightful.
How so?
Analyze them. Why didn't it work? Was the hook weak? Was the content boring? Did you forget a CTA? Figure out the weak points so you don't repeat them. Learning and adapting quickly is key.
Okay, learn from the duds. Got it. Let's shift gears a bit. What about growing beyond our own efforts? Collaboration seems huge these days.
Oh, massively. Growing on social now isn't just about you broadcasting. It's about community and connection. Collaborating with other creators is probably one of the fastest ways to tap into a new, relevant audience.
How does that work best?
Use Instagram's collab feature. It lets you co-author a reel so it shows up on both your profiles, reaching both audiences.
Right.
The trick is finding the right partner, someone in your niche or a complementary niche whose audience overlaps a bit but isn't identical, and crucially, someone who has good engagement themselves.
Any examples?
Yeah, the outline mentioned a travel blogger, Finn, and a local chef, Marco. They did a day eating like local reel series together. Because their audiences were related but different travel and food fans, they both apparently gained over 10,000 new followers each.
Wow, that's a serious boost from one collaboration series. Okay, what about leveraging your own community?
User-generated content, UGC. It's gold.
Getting your followers to make stuff for you.
Kind of, yeah. Encourage them to create content related to your niche or brand. Maybe run a challenge with a specific hashtag. Then, you get permission and feature or remix the best submissions as reels.
Oh, that's clever.
VIVFET, the apparel brand, did this with the hashtag #MoveWithViv challenge. They got like 7,500 reels made by participants and saw a 40% jump in followers. It builds community and gives you content.
I love that. Makes the audience feel like part of it. And finally, it's not just about posting, right? It's about interacting.
100%. Engage, don't just broadcast. Reply to comments on your reels. You can
Yeah.
even reply with a new reel now, which is pretty cool and personal.
Yeah.
Host live Q&As related to your reel topics. Give shout-outs to active fans. It all builds that loyalty and connection. Makes people feel seen.
So we've covered growing the audience like crazy, but for a lot of creators or businesses, the end game is turning that audience into something tangible. How do Reels help with monetization and brand building?
Yeah, that's the crucial next step for many. A bigger engaged audience opens up lots of doors. One key strategy is to use Reels to drive traffic off Instagram.
To your website or email list?
Exactly. Your own channels. Use your Reel CTA sometimes to offer a lead magnet, maybe a free guide, a discount code, a webinar sign up. Get people onto your email list, your SMS list, places where you have a direct line to them, not dependent on the algorithm.
Building those owned assets. Smart. What about working with brands? Is a big Reels audience help there?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Brands want access to engaged audiences. If you have solid Reels performance, a growing following in this specific niche, you become way more attractive for sponsored content deals.
So good Reels make you look good to brands.
Definitely. But you need to show them the impact.
Yeah.
Track your metrics, clicks, leads, whatever the campaign goal is. Documenting that return on investment is key to landing those deals.
Makes sense. Prove your worth. And for people selling their own stuff, services, products.
Reels are fantastic for that. You can use them to answer common customer questions visually, show your process, take people behind the scenes, build trust, and demonstrate value.
Like showing, not just telling.
Precisely. The example was Sasha Bell, a coach. She did a behind-the-scenes Reel series showing her methodology. Apparently, it led to her getting fully booked because people could really see the value she offered. It took the mystery out of it.
That's powerful. Okay, this has been incredibly insightful. So if we had to boil it all down, what's the main takeaway for Instagram growth in 2025?
I think the core message is pretty unavoidable at this point. If you want significant, sustainable audience growth on Instagram right now, you have to master Reels. It's simply the most direct and effective way.
And the key ingredients for mastering them, what are those core principles again?
It really comes down to a mix of things. First, those killer hooks got to stop the scroll instantly. Then use trends, but make them your own. That blend of relevance and originality. Clear CTAs actually ask for the follow. Delivering real value, whether it's entertainment or information, collaborating strategically, and constantly analyzing your data, understanding what works, what doesn't, and finally being willing to iterate, to test, to adapt based on what you learn.
It sounds like a lot, but it really boils down to understanding attention, providing value, and being smart about the platform. And it's not just about the numbers, is it?
Not at all. That's such an important point. Every follower isn't just a number. They're a potential superfan, a potential customer, someone who might advocate for you. So growth is really about attracting the right people who connect with your message or brand.
Quality over just quantity, even when chasing growth. Okay, fantastic. So maybe a final thought for everyone listening.
Yeah, here's something to chew on. Don't feel like you have to implement everything perfectly all at once. Just pick one or two of these strategies we talked about, maybe improving your hooks, or trying a collab, or testing interactive stickers. How can you start experimenting with just one thing starting today to begin building that bigger, more engaged community on Instagram?
Great place to leave it. Thanks for diving deep with us today.